Oh no, he didn't. Oh yes, he did. Lord have mercy. Yo, 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 my people. Welcome back to Live with Fergie. And this morning, we are continuing the Love Island series, okay? Now, I know you guys obviously expected this from yesterday, but as I said, I was busy last night, so I'm bringing it to you within that 24-hour gap. So, without further ado, let's get into day/episode 23. But beforehand, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit me up in the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie, so follow me. And Snapchat is Carlon123. Now for the notes. Glimpse over recoupling. People are being frosty towards Arabella. Tom has a private chat with Jordan. We then get into the main gist of things. Yewande leaves. Tom tries to comfort Dani. Stop beating yourself up. And we then hear the song Selfish Love. I think that's the name of it. Anton, there's going to be so much backlash. This is unreal. Anna, I don't want to talk to anyone. Most of the girls don't approve of Dani's decision. Dani, Arabella, Lucy, and Anton chat. They ultimately back him up and say, look, you came here to find love, you know? Anton, their bark's bigger than their bite. Because I think Arabella says they think they're all strong together, but realistically, they're not. Curtis tries to console the upset Islanders. Anna doesn't like that Lucy's still here when she has a man out there waiting for her, but Yewande had to go for some reason when she has no one. Maura lets Dani know, you have nothing to worry about. You're in here for love, essentially. Jordan and Anna have been labeled Joanna by Ian Sterling. I don't necessarily agree. I think he's taken the lazy approach with names this year for some of them. We find them kissing on the daybed, and Jordan explains to us in the booth that it's quite bittersweet because she's just lost her best friend, but at the same time, she's coupled up with me, so I can be there for her, sort of thing. Michael and Amber then chat. Tom and Maura chat. She explains that she loved his speech. They kiss. Tommy and Molly May spot it. They all get excited, and some of the other Islanders watch also. Dani and Arabella chat on the swing set. So you know that thing I've been calling the swing bed chair thingy? Turns out it's called the swing set. So thank you, Ian, for finally letting us know. Maura and Tom are convinced that they look happy. Yeah, that Dani and Arabella look happy. And then we see this substantial, monumentous, catastrophic, cataclysmic, enticing moment. I was right, people. Dani and Arabella kissed. Literally, they were just gazing into each other's eyes, cracking on, laughing, and then boom, this long snog, to which brought the upset of some Islanders as they watched and started to make snarky comments like "ugh" or "disgust" or whatever. Dani chats to Anton in the kitchen about how pathetic some of the Islanders are being. Now, Amy, Jordan, Anna, Tommy, Amber, and Molly May, essentially, they want to sort of straighten things out with Dani to some degree. So Amber's just like, somebody call him over here. My question is, why couldn't you call him over here yourself? So Tommy calls him over, and Anna's just like, I don't want to see him. I don't want to, or whatever. Amber and Dani basically go back and forth with each other, just talking about how starting arguments, causing chaos, etc. Anna keeps saying bye whilst they're doing it. She's just like, bye, bye. And Jordan calls her up on this to talk about how pathetic and childish she's being. Bearing in mind, she's 28 years old. She's one of the oldest members of the villa. You'd think she'd be more mature. Like, I can understand you just lost your best friend and all, but come on. Amber decides to confront Dani in the kitchen. And essentially, she's trying to bait him. And Dani tells us in the booth he's actually quite disappointed and upset because she's got a lot of good qualities, but her bad side is coming out, you know? Arabella tries to straighten things out and explain, look, we're here on Love Island. It's not some holiday. Obviously, you're going to be tested and stuff. You can't be happy all of the time. And Amber basically, she calls her names and starts talking about, oh, does she think I don't know this and stuff? Most of the Islanders then participate in this debacle, I've called it, because they all sort of gather around at the kitchen to essentially discuss Dani's situation. Once it ends, Anton essentially tells Dani, this is effing ridiculous. The lads chat before bed, and it's now bedtime. There is snogging amongst most of the couples, and I'm wondering, did Molly May and Tommy do a thing? We get to the morning, and Arabella starts it off by saying, some of you snore so loud. Maura and Arabella both had fanny flutters last night. Amber raises her concerns to Amy and Anna, talking about, I can't be fake and act like I'm not feeling what I'm feeling or something. Dani chats to the lads. Molly May does Tommy's eyebrows and then he ends up getting hurt or something. Dani and Arabella then chat on the bean bags and they basically explain, look, we're not here to please other people. I mean, hopefully we can all live together, get along, but we're here for each other. Jordan and Anna chat on the daybed, and she basically rates his behavior last night, talking about how from the recoupling you were like really, really high, and then it started to just dwindle, and then now this morning it's sort of like you're just not even there, sort of thing. So she made a point of saying you gotta be extra, extra, extra nice today or something. And yeah, they kiss it out. Moving on. Michael chats with Dani to essentially clear the air on some of the tanning beds. And he basically explains, look, you've done nothing wrong. I still want a friendship with you. It's just a case of we've all got to move on, you know? Anton chats to Amber and Anna in order to apologize and straighten things out. Anna, she was I thought she was blowing things out of proportion, talking about you couldn't even speak to us to check if we were okay. And so, like, he's doing that now. And then he basically explained, in that frame of mind, I felt so guilty. I didn't want to try to apologize to you because I didn't know how you'd react. And afterwards, she's just like, yeah, that's true. In that state, like, she didn't even know how she would have reacted either. And it's essentially water under the bridge. She explains that I'm scared. I'm super scared of the two of you when you're both angry. Arabella lets Dani know that she's going to try and be mature, head down to speak to the big group of islanders to sort things out. This group includes Anna, Jordan, Amber, Michael, Curtis, and Amy. Whilst as she's entering, Curtis does this rap. I'll just leave it at that. Upon her entry, Dani then joins in as they're starting this conversation, and they all agree to put everything behind them so that they can all move on. Because I mean, they've still got 6 weeks left together. Now we get to the evening preparation. We are greeted with a sex education pop quiz, in which case it's the orange team versus the green team, where they have to pop their balloons as soon as possible and then huddle together to answer the question first. And ultimately, the results were, we found out that doggy style is the most popular sexual position. 15% of men have a member that is 7 inches or more. On average, men think about sex 19 times a day. On average, you lose 100 calories during sex. 30% of women orgasm during sex. 20% of people use their smartphones during sex. And I believe the green team won. Yes, I think so. Tom and Jordan chat. He lets him know that he feels good for Dani and Arabella, the fact that he's sort of like found that sort of instantaneous connection, multiple boxes being ticked, and basically says in confidence, I just feel as if Maura doesn't tick all of my boxes, but when it comes to conversations and stuff, it's just really, really good. Curtis and Tommy go for a chat. Molly May asks what they'll talk about, and she's just like, what do you want to say? And then Curtis just says, come on, you don't need to tell her that or something. So they then head up to the terrace to basically brag about each other's relationships, talking about, I feel so good for you. Like, when I see the two of you together, it's brilliant and all that stuff. And we're greeted with Tommy's quotes again. Life is a test and love is a prize, or love is the prize. Now, whilst this is all going on with the two of them up at the terrace, Amber, Amy, and Molly May just have a chat about how couples have obviously been doing bits. And we then go back to the terrace where Curtis and Tommy have a major bromance. They're talking about not only have I found this amazing relationship, but I found a brother, someone who I can tell everything to. And they're just like, I love you, man. It's just like, come here, come here. And then they're just like, mwah. Yeah, like you could just see the bromance blossom. Yeah, and they literally just exchange all of these deep words with each other. But we get to bedtime. The Islanders watch Jordan and Anna go under the covers briefly. And then I think Jordan says, effing freaks or something. And everybody's just cracking up, just like, oh my God. Plenty of snogging going on amongst the couples. But then for tomorrow night, which is tonight, I'm just going to leave it at truths are revealed in whatever challenge they're doing. Things that people have said behind each other's backs. Looks like they're going to come out to play. Now, my question is, are they going to reveal the names of people? Because there were obviously these blotches blocking out certain things. So I'm looking forward to tonight's episode. But that brings us to the end of the notes. I'm hoping you've enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Click any of the info cards in the videos that show up at the end. Feel free to hit me up in social media. Instagram's at MC Fergie. Snapchat's CarlOn123. But until then, I will see you in the next video. So peace and God bless.